Essentially saying there that it's just simply the right thing to do.
Well, there's a paradox that the people who pay most attention to pensions are, in fact, older ones closer to retirement in their 50s or 60s. They are not the ones who will benefit much from the ORPP, the Ontario plan, because they will only have been contributing for a few years. Remember, in the 1960s, when they brought in the CPP, politicians took a bit of a shortcut. They said, magic, everybody will get a CPP, even if you're retiring a year from now and you've never contributed, you'll get a CPP pension as of 1967. Problem was, we had to pay for it ultimately, and it was a pay-as-you-go plan with an overhang, which we have been paying for ever since. About 1/3 of our CPP premiums go to make up for that sort of debt legacy from paying everybody a pension magically from the start. This is a fully funded pension, so if you're in that age group, you won't get any money. Paradoxically, though, most people in their 50s and 60s, more people, are supportive of, understand the need for a pension plan because of their own experience close to retirement, and also because their kids, they realize, are sleeping in the basement, haven't got full-time work, and will need a pension more than ever.
Let's get to the major criticism. Job-killing tax. Payroll tax. That's the opposition line on it.
We hear that a lot. The studies, it's like people who oppose the minimum wage. It'll kill jobs. Well, guess what? We raised the minimum wage in Ontario, I think in the last 2 years, by a significant amount, made it the highest amongst the provinces in Canada, and unemployment has gone down in Ontario. So there's no causal link. And when it comes to these payroll premiums, because they're not taxes, they're not actually going to the government, they're going to a segregated pension fund like any other private or public pension. All the studies show, both the secret studies that the federal Conservative government did, and more recent studies show that there might be an infinitesimal dip in the first year or two. Remember, though, the premiums are being phased in, not every year, not a shock. But long term, it's actually a stimulus to the economy because it circulates more money into the economy and keeps cash flow going.
Less than a minute, but one of the major criticisms is going to be that this Liberal government's track record on introducing new programs, not stellar.
That's true. The same criticism can be made of most governments. They screw things up over time. We know that, gas plants and so on. This fund, however, is going to be, as I say, organized apart from government or segregated from government funds. And this province has tremendous expertise in public and private pensions. Teachers, OMERS, the Hospital Pension Fund, Healthcare Fund, they have stellar track records. Most Ontarians are actually aware of that. And most of those people have been involved in advising and helping to design this plan. So that's a bit of a red herring.
Martin Ray-Con with some plain English out of some government jargon. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here.
Thanks, Alan.
Just ahead, mother and child reunion. Former MPP Marilyn